We're now going to simplify complex expressions that have negative exponents. And this gets a little bit trickier because students remember what the negative does, but they forget how powers work. And so if we're looking at a problem such as this one, x to the minus 1 plus y to the minus 1 over x to the minus 2 minus y to the minus 2, students sometimes get just a little bit confused as they're working this problem because of these negative powers. Because a negative power says, I'm not happy where I'm at. I need to go to the other side of the fraction. And so the mistake that students make, don't do this, but they rewrite this as x plus y on the bottom and x squared minus y squared on top. This doesn't work because remember, a power only sees what's directly in front of it. And on top, this power doesn't see this plus sign. So this plus sign has to stay on top. It can't come down here. Likewise, the minus sign has to stay on the bottom. What we really get, so don't do this, what we really get is 1 over x plus 1 over y over 1 over x squared plus 1 over y squared. Do this. Now we've got a complex rational. So we can find our LCD of this piece and this one and this one and this one of our four smaller rationals, and we get x squared y squared. Then we'll use our method. We'll multiply the top and the bottom by x squared y squared over 1 and x squared y squared over 1. Distribute. I get x squared y squared over x, which leaves me with xy squared plus x squared y all over x squared divided by x squared is 1, y squared, oops, that should have been a minus to start with, minus x squared. Now we look at our result and we try and factor it. So on top we can pull out an xy, and that leaves us with a y plus x. And on bottom, y squared minus x squared factors as y plus x, y minus x. Divide out our factors that we have in common, and we're left with xy over y minus x. And here's the correct answer. So x to the minus 1 plus y to the minus 1 over x to the minus 2 minus y to the minus 2 equals xy over y minus x. All of our powers are now positive. We don't have any extra rationals inside of rationals. And we've simplified it as far as we can. So that's our solution. So remember, instead of just moving it to the bottom, create new smaller fractions and then solve it like a complex rational.